What do you guys want to see, the 60-minute experience or the 20-minute?
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
Baby, I want you. Baby, I need you. I want to see you. Baby, I want to go on. Baby, I want you. Baby, I need you. I want to see you. Baby, I want to go on. Yeah. Baby, I want to go on. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Your body's on fire.
Chucky is back. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, for the first time in more than 16 years, John Gruden takes to the sideline here in Oakland as coach of the Raiders. But they're in for a tough test against a playoff team from a year ago, the Los Angeles Rams. I'll talk to you again at halftime with a look back to games from yesterday. But first, we head out to the East Bay. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden.
I don't know if Tom Brady is watching, but I'm a crybaby bitch.
California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad
Get your
in
one
silver and
subscriber
black,
ass out of here.
Gonna make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
They're running it.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Okay.
He's taken down right
Bro, I was about to use the hit stick on his ass.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. Take over right there at the 22-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive.
And Seth Roberts is the main receiver on this
one. And that last one, that hurts. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. They give him a gain of 38.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Being chased out left. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They go play action here on first down.
Fuck. If I would have thrown a lob, I would have made that.
Second down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Richard, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to really react and make a play.
Jared Cook is open on this one.
He looked like one of those guys.
Incomplete. Both players are there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
Bro, what?
Complete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen that, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Watch this right here. Watch this.
A shotgun snap for goal.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is Harris.
There's no way out of there.
11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. For these Raiders, a couple of years ago, 12-4, 2017, big-time disappointment, 6 and 10. But as they head out on offense here, optimism abound because on headset number 1 is a man named John Gruden.
And I would expect this team to take on his image in a big way. And I'm not just talking about the media look, right, with the snarling face and all. I'm talking about what he demands from his teams. Toughness on both sides of the ball. So that means they're going to run the heck out of the football. Marshawn Lynch, get ready. You're going to get a lot more touches. Now, on the defensive side, Khalil Mack, a heck of a representative for what you want from a defensive football team.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
No surprise watching Marshawn Lynch scatter bodies as he runs, but I remember doing games of his at Cal, and I remember the moves, the jump cuts, the elusiveness, as well as the strength.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a big 3rd down hook up here will take us to the break. 0-0 our score. And we're back to Oakland after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Abukum coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
I should have just gone for it, dude. I should have just
and
gone
we say
for
it all
it.
to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Well, we turn our attention to the Rams here as the offense comes out. So many positive vibes around this club entering 2018. Their 3rd season back in L.A., a new stadium on the way. And coming off of last year, Charles, and you said this to me in the car on the way, it's going to be interesting to see what this year brings.
That's because they will actually be the team that's hunted now, and they haven't been that for a long time, meaning they're sitting on top of the NFC West. Many people think they might be the team to beat in the NFC overall, even with the Eagles and the Vikings staring at them. So explosive on offense last year. Defense kept getting better. And in the offseason, the defense added cornerback Marcus Peters, added defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh, both Pro Bowlers. They think that they're ready right now to challenge for a Super Bowl, and they intend to go for it. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Harris now to return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in defense, the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is...
What just happened? What just happened?
You guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they've put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Bruh!
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him.
Come on, Jordy, you gotta catch this, buddy.
Do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw his Carr. Lets it go for Nelson.
Oh! Let's go, Jordy!
Carr to Nelson, and even 50 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Damn, dude, that was
we
crazy.
remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand
Can I
things off.
add you? I don't know,
Coachman
but...
in Orlando, he'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend.
Sorry about not answering. Can I add you? Damn. But I'm sorry. I already have too many people on here. Plus, I don't really play with a lot of people anyways. I just play with, like, maybe 5.
Shotgun now for Carr. Buying time to his left.
Bro, I'm trying to run out of here. What the?
Sacked at the 10. Mark Barron able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Throwing now is Carr. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
We're messing up like the Seahawks, boys.
They'll run for it. Lynch.
Let's go!
It's his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
4th down, dude.
Marshawn Lynch taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Showing some grits and some guts going for it there. 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for them to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. Nugent hits the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Nugent out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist.
That's a user pick right there. I saw that shit coming.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that.
I saw that shit coming. Oh, that was perfect. I was moving him too.
And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Bro was moving him. That's crazy. Bro, I'm at the 5.
See how this is played. Offensively, they've
Who's
got
running
the lead.
this?
Not a whole lot
Marshawn?
of time
Bet.
left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're... He rifles
Another?
Intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
That was a hit stick.
Shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Bruh, you must be fucking kidding me.
First and 10. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And inside the
Bro, they're going for a
20
kick.
before he's brought
They're going for a
down.
kick.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Zerline's kick is good.
Shit.
So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with all right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Boom.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's
How?
down at about the 23-yard line.
They still won't match my user
set
pick.
and ready to go again on offense here. And he's had some time to chew on
Bro,
that
watch this.
interception.
Amari's
He threw
going
on his
for it right
last
here.
drive back in the first half.
Amari.
Well, normally we say not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime.
That's caught inside the 20.
Called it.
Play there. Carr to Cooper. 63 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed
Raider
in
curls. I'm
and
used to
wanting
this
to
one.
make his throws from the
I remember
pocket
playing
because
this one.
they knew
Watch
he was
this.
pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Carr now to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson, his first ever touchdown in silver and black. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point coming now for Nugent. Nugent tacking on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Nugent out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third. Out in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that
That was
done.
a good catch.
Comes into
That was a
play
good catch.
lot of the
How
time.
many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Goff off the bootleg.
Damn!
He goes. Brought down a Raiders.
User sack.
Take Carradine in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll be a gain of 11, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them,
That was
and
me.
now instead of being
That was me. 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 I shouldn't have called it.
They've got a chance at a first down. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Super 66.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Zerline's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris, leaps past.
Oh! Damn! Oh!
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jordy Nelson.
What time was that at?
Back out there on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate.
Dude, that was
And right now,
crazy.
they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On second down, Lynch. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is caught.
One-handed catch.
Hold it in. A big play there. Carter Nelson, 48 yards. Well, it's
That's
one thing to grab
crazy.
it with
Look at
one
that.
hand, but
Boom.
when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir.
Look at that, dude. Look at that. Look at that.
There,
Slow.
we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers
Resume.
nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle,
That's
it
crazy,
brings me
dude.
right out of my seat.
John Gruden's return to the sideline going swimmingly thus far as his Raiders have the lead in another 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it.
Almost had
Thought
that.
he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up
That's
close
what
to
I
the
want
40.
them to have. They don't know what I'm planning.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's gone. And it's a short one here.
Get the shit out of
Tight
here.
end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
On 1st down, gone. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field.
Offense.
And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain,
still
but
third
all for
down.
naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing on third. Gone. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And our focus now moves to Jordy Nelson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there. Carr to Nelson. 53 yards.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
7:34.
Carr to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. First down. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. He'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
These guys are hurrying up, bro.
Nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And
they're going for it again. They're going for it again. They're going for it again.
At the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I saw that.
And now maybe they want some.
Damn, that was risky as hell, though.
Long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll look to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods.
That would have been an interception.
And he's into the
That
end
was my
zone.
fault.
No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The Rams going for 2. Interesting note, last season they didn't go for it at all. One of 4 teams in the NFL to not try a 2-point conversion in 2017. And
no!
They got the 2 points.
The 2-point conversion.
Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting the lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground. And
bro, I'm trying to watch the Cowboys game.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr.
Fuck!
That's incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Back to throw, Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Flowing now is Carr.
No!
Again, and down he goes.
Well, guys,
again.
I have to go and watch the final part of the game.
Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded about a yard deep. Pushing through tacklers at the 30.
No way! No way!
That tremendous return put them in field goal range right now. But I look at the overtime rules and know that a touchdown ends the game. I don't want to just settle for 3 there. I want to go ahead and get 6 right now.
They go play action here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Game is over. Game is over. Game is over.
4 quarters with you in this one. I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Raiders, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos.
All right, guys.
Meanwhile, for LA,
You know what? Let me go into the main menu.
With the defeat, and they'll be.
Damn, this Cowboys game's intense. 17 and 14. First goal at the Seattle 1. They're about to score, man.
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. You have an injury from the last game. See how... Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
Alright, guys. This was the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Part 2 will probably be out tomorrow. Well, I'll be live streaming part 2 tomorrow. I'll try and do one game each week, each day, or maybe every 2 days. But watch out for them, because I will be doing them. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this was Omar playing Madden franchise. Peace out.